welcome to Paragould High School Agriculture building. This is our new building, not completely finished, but we are in it, still organizing. We're going to pan down the side of the building and take a look from the outside, and then we'll walk inside. Follow along with us. You can come inside the building. The first thing is going to be is our two classrooms. The classrooms haven't completely been set up yet. Mr. Clark has his fairly organized. Mine is basically the same on the other side of this wall. From our classrooms, we walk through an office area. Or I should say we have a walk-through office. And then we can walk down the hallway where our restrooms, custodial closet, and we open up into the main shop area. Again, we haven't completely organized, so please look over the mess, or overlook the mess. We'll have 4 woodworking tables up here, restrooms coming down the hallway off of my office, tool storage over in the little crib, a storage room over here, and then all of our woodworking tools set up on dust collection. We haven't got those set up yet. Then we go to the far end for metalworking. This is going to be our metal area. We have half of our curtains up over our welding booths. We don't have our metal tools completely organized yet. You get pictures of the welding booths? Pan in, get a picture. Kind of get right through there with the bottle and whatever. And then on this side, we have electricity, plumbing, and small engines in this corner. With our plasma table, a paint room, and then we exit the shop and go into a covered storage area. We have air compressor room, electrical room, and IT rooms. This covered storage area is where mainly we're going to put our metal racks, projects that we're working on. It is big enough to park the stock trailer in here, so we can keep our shavings dry in between shows. And then we're going to enter the animal science part of the building. When we come into the animal science part of the building, again, we have restrooms. We have a custodial closet with a washer and dryer where we can wash our aprons in the shop and our towels that we use in animal science. Then we come into the fish lab. Unfortunately, all of our tanks are probably a couple more months out getting here. We think about the end of school is when they're going to arrive. So right now we have one double system of tanks set up to run. Then we enter the biological lab. And the biological lab is set up for when we get our stainless tables in. When Sam's gets them back in, we're going to set this up to do dissections, some small experiments, maybe even light surgery on an animal if we need to. We have an equipment room right off of this. The equipment room is strictly storage for fans and show boxes and toolboxes and things like that for the shows. Then we enter the actual animal production floor. And our pens, again, will be here, we hope, by the end of the year, school year. So we have had to makeshift and get some pens in here to finish out this year's show season. We do have 2 overhead doors, so we have room to pull the trailer through, load animals, etc. We have the ability to pull with a tool cell, fans on the other side of the room. Our pens will be situated under our water drops and our electrical drops, so that the kids will have water access in each pen. You can just look in the door. This is our feed room. The kids will be able to have their own feed bunker. And then on the other side of the building, or the other side of the room, we have our wash panel. This is where the kids can wash their animals, take care of the daily care needs and so forth on their animals. And then we'll take you out the back corner of the building. When we get out here, we don't have it in yet. This will be an exercise area for the animals. We still have to get the sod and grass started, then we'll have to get a fence put around it. And then maybe if you'll walk out this way, you can give them a shot of what the back side of the building looks like. This will be the back side of the animal science lab on this end, then the shop and the classrooms on the other end. And then we have a new greenhouse as well. Notice we have a back entrance to the greenhouse, so next year, we won't have one this year, but next year when we get ready to have a plant sale, you'll actually be able to drive up to the greenhouse again for parking spaces. We're going to give you a look at the greenhouse. You can see it, I think, in the picture a while ago, but we have a 30 by 60 greenhouse, 30 by 90 greenhouse. The old one was 30 by 60. We have the head house, or the greenhouse storage is on the outside. And then as you go in the greenhouse, we have 4 rows of hanging plants, or to be able to hang 4 rows of hanging plants. And we have several tables with an automatic watering system and automatic ventilation, including the shade curtains that will open and close on top on their own. So glad for the greenhouse, and maybe next year we'll be able to have a plant set. Again, James Potter with Paragould High School. Thanks for joining us.